Peace, 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 peace. With that hair grace. Peace and welcome. I am Nine, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Nine at YouTube. Man, this ain't gonna be no long video. I don't got any notes prepared. To be honest, some thoughts just came to me as I'm approaching my destination. And I was just thinking, like, and this is to my black community. Nothing against no other race or none, because I'm all about the human race. But this is to what's considered as the black community. Like, I was wondering, like, man, why are we the ones that go through the hardest of hard times? We the ones that be judged to have to prove ourselves more than anybody have to prove their character. We are always the suspect, always considered guilty off the flop, then have to prove our innocence. We the ones that always have, like, all odds against us, but we overcome it because, we ain't throwing no pity parties for ourselves. But I be wondering, like, why are we not getting out of the mind state of hating each other? What you mean hating each other, Nine? I mean looking into the mirror, seeing what you see, and hating what you see. That's what I mean by hating yourself. I mean, that gotta be what it is, ain't it? If we in the urban community where they done forced us to be at after segregation. Well, our families done been at the houses. That's where the houses came from. The land, the area is where the area that we was roaming after segregation. So you can imagine what kind of area it is. But it's the area where we all together at, bumping shoulders at. We don't really see no other people but black people is where we really be at. And we mugging each other. We looking at each other crazy. We ain't helping each other with stuff. You see people coming to the counter struggling with stuff. You ain't even offering a hand. You letting the door shut on each other. And then we lurking around each other's neighborhoods that we done been stuck in together, and we killing each other. And then we going into the courts and we getting thrown away. It's all part of the plan of getting rid of us. So we leaving our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, our little boys, nephews, the community out there lacking the strong. That's because we be the strong, we just don't make weak decisions. And hating yourself is a weak decision, because for me to hate a man that look like me or hate a woman that look like me, showing kind of like the hate I have for myself, the lack of love I show for the community that I come from. And I ain't saying go out there hating other races, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm just showing you, like, how other races come together, how other races help each other, how you don't see too many other races out here homeless. You know what I'm saying? You don't see too many Indian people out there homeless, or Mexican people out there homeless, or Asian people out there homeless. It's certain races that you don't really see out there homeless like that, because they peoples is out there uplifting them and getting them up out of there. You ain't seeing these people killing each other. The rate ain't them killing each other. If they is killing, it's a self-defense and defending themselves for their land, their property, their family, but they not just going around looking for people to kill themselves for nothing other reason that they look like themselves, because that's what they don't put up in us. But we gotta get up out of that shit for real. I'll be back. Yeah, I'm back. In conclusion, I'm just saying, like, it's a time more than any that we need to extend a hand to each other, like an uplifting hand, even if it's from a distance. Like, as a community, as a whole, like, we got to get back to helping each other, to loving each other, not seeing each other as enemies, as ops, and join together in what's good and forbidding what's bad. I don't know where the change is going to come from. I don't know when, but I know it need to start sometime soon. Individually, you got to start with you. We can't wait on a group of people. And I ain't like, let's get together and march around or burn the White House down or, you know what I'm saying, throwing rocks and tripping with the police, because we ain't strong enough for that yet. Because we divided. You know, it's divide and conquer, division amongst us. And we tripping with each other, we killing each other, we eliminating each other when we supposed to be uplifting each other, loving each other, and multiplying each other. Like, real talk, get it together, get it straight, and get it right. You know what I'm saying? And it won't happen overnight, like I said. But it's gonna happen, and it gotta happen soon. Or we gonna perish. Or we just gonna stand back with our hands in the air, or with our mouth silent, and not speaking our truth, and not standing on our square, and not standing up for each other. Like, it might not be you. The person might miss you and go for the next person that's around you, that you don't know, that you just sitting back letting it happen to. Nah, we got to stand up for each other, take a stand, like I said, for what's right, for being what's wrong. We knocking each other off. What we on is a form of genocide. You know, in like other countries, third world countries, they do it for the population control. They'll go around getting innocent men and women and children and line them up and kill them. Like countries with like, and then it's crazy because colonizers or invaders or pirates that hit that land and they'll bow down. But it's no different than us spinning around the block, knocking each other off, killing each other when we're supposed to be protecting each other. We know where we find each other at, because after segregation, this is where we was at. This is where we was put, and we done claimed it. Made it ours. This land is ours. And it wasn't. And we learn that now with this gentrification. Where they coming around and kicking us out of the house. Or telling us we don't own this land, we own this house, but we don't own this land. Or or just forcing us out while they extending the middle class neighborhoods. The lower middle class, where they really not the higher middle class blending in with the high class. They really a few steps above us, but want to live like the high class. A few steps above what they say we are. And I mean the ghetto, and we really ain't in the ghetto, because the ghetto, look that up. That's a terminology that comes from the slums of Italy. But they pushing us up out of the neighborhoods that we was at during the segregation times, that we stayed there, that we didn't try to elevate up out of there, and then we stay there, and then we sell drugs to each other, then we kill each other, then we infect each other, and then we just do each other wrong. We litter, we pollute, then we get into these other neighborhoods and we straighten up. We dream to be there when we're supposed to be there, but we don't try to be there. We too busy hating each other instead of helping each other. Even the women that get pregnant young and be forced to abort that child because they have no other way, and don't have nobody in their corner to be like, tell them that's not the right decision, and they're young, they don't know any better, and it's not their fault, because the doctors and the people that's supposed to be helping them is helping them get rid of the babies. It's like all this stuff is a form of genocide, of killing ourselves off to where we won't be here. See our seeds grow, for they to have seeds, for them to have seeds, and then you might be a person like me, or the next person, you get separated from your seeds for trying to feed your seeds, and now it's hard to get back connected with your seeds. It's all a form of dislocating and disconnecting with each other, and we making it too easy. Like, real talk. I'll be back. And that's just the facts of what's going on. Like, period. And if we don't wake up, or we don't wisen up, or do we not become conscious of, we're gonna kill each other and the rest gonna die in prison. They're already inflicting diseases, man-made diseases. We trying to be basketball players and actors. We ain't even trying to be doctors and and healers and herbalists and gardeners and planters And we ain't trying to touch each other. We trying to just entertain each other. We're supposed to be healing each other, loving each other, connecting each other, and then going out connecting with other races and everything, and loving on each other, and uplifting each other, and elevating each other. But we must start at home. You can't clean up the world if your house is dirty. And that's just facts. Yeah, I'm back. In conclusion, I'm just saying, like, it's a time more than any that we need to extend a hand to each other, like an uplifting hand, even if it's from a distance. Like, as a community, as a whole, like, we got to get back to helping each other, to loving each other, not seeing each other as enemies, as ops, and join together in what's good and forbidding what's bad. Peace with the hair grease.